Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming out today. I'm Longmont Mayor Dennis Coombs, and it's wonderful to see so many people here to celebrate this milestone in Longmont's journey to flood recovery.
The Longmont community has been waiting a long time for this day, and I'm happy to be here to celebrate with you. First, I want to publicly thank Boulder County for their partnership. Although the bridge we're standing on is located in the Longmont community, it actually does not fall within the city limits. Boulder County and Longmont have worked as a team to complete this project. I'd also like to thank representatives and staff from the state of Colorado and the Federal Highway Administration for their significant involvement. This project is a great example of cooperation across multiple government agencies to accomplish a common goal. In the area where politics can get in the way of common sense, I'm proud to say that Longmont has a great working relationship with Boulder County, and support from state and federal agencies has been key to our ongoing recovery from the 2013 flood. There are many flood-related projects that we have completed as a result of partnerships, and many more that we're still working on. Longmont and Boulder County are also working together so that this bridge and the land surrounding it will formally be incorporated into the city of Longmont. Again, thank you for our great partnership with Boulder County. The 2013, yes. It's great when different levels of government can work together. The 2013 flood damaged not only this bridge, but many houses, businesses, and pieces of infrastructure throughout Longmont and Boulder County. Today, as we cross this bridge, we are not returning to a life as it was before. Instead, we're coming back even stronger. Thank you for being here and taking part in this celebration as Longmont becomes a more resilient community. Now, I would like to introduce Boulder County Commissioner.
Actually, introduce Holly Milne.
Okay, I'll introduce Holly. Holly.
Thank you, Mayor Coombs. All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you all for being here. Thank you, Mayor Coombs, for that wonderful opening. What a beautiful day we have to celebrate the new Sunset Street Bridge. My name is Holly Milne, and I'm a public information specialist with the city, and I'd like to introduce some of the special folks that we have in attendance today. From our United States Congress, Luke Odell from the Office of U.S. House Representative Ken Buck, Dan Betts from the Office of U.S. Senator Cory Gardner, James Thompson from the Office of U.S. Senator Michael Bennet, from Colorado United, the state's Resiliency and Recovery Office, we have Molly Urbina and Ian Hyde. From the Colorado Department of Local Affairs, Dawn Sandoval and Irv Halter. Our Boulder County Commissioners, Deb Gardner, Cindy Domenico, and Elise Jones. Of course, we've met Longmont Mayor Dennis Coombs and Longmont City Council members Bonnie Finley, Mayor Pro Tem Brian Bagley, Gabe Santos, Jeff Moore, Joan Peck, and Polly Christensen, and our City Manager Harold Dominguez. I also want to recognize several community groups participating in today's festivities: the Bond Farm Neighborhood, Shoes and Brews Runners, the Longmont Cyclist Group, Left Hand Brewing Company, who has generously donated several free beer tickets that will be available at the cupcake table for those interested in toasting the new bridge this afternoon, and our musical guests, Greg Hansen and the Djembe Howlers with the Wolf Pack. All right, so to introduce the project team and tell us more about the bridge that we see today, I'll hand it off to Dale Rademacher, General Manager of the city's Public Works and Natural Resources Department.
Thanks, Holly, and most of all, thanks to all the citizens of Longmont that have come out today. I do also want to recognize sort of the project team that's been working on this project for a long, long time, and all of our project partners. So with the Federal Highway Administration, the Colorado Division, Randy Jensen. Randy, are you here? I don't see Randy here, and from CDOT Region 4, Michael Wusso has also helped. So both CDOT and the Federal Highway Administration have been great partners, and certainly in the area of funding for the project. And I did see Nick Wolfram. Nick is our engineering services director, and he's got to oversee this project along with his staff, Tom Street, our engineering administrator, and then Tom Caparello. What's Tom? So Tom is just a little story here. Tom wasn't even born when I started working at the City of Longmont. So that just goes to show that there is sustainability and new blood, new folks coming forward. And then Bill McNeil was our project inspector here. Bill and I go all the way back to grade school, so thank you, Bill. With our project partners with Boulder County, George Gerstel. George, I saw you around. So George Gerstel, he's a transportation director with Boulder County. Tim Swope with Boulder County. And Mike Rogakis with the county land officer. JUB Engineers. The lead designer was Jeff Temple. And then our contractors, we were very fortunate to get Flatirons Construction as our contractors for this project. And I want to acknowledge Dan Martinson and Mike Rush for that. And they spent a lot of time out here, and I think they've given us a great bridge that is probably going to outlive most of us here, I hope. Anyway. Just real quick, so on the 2013 flood, that is what really galvanized this community to look to the river and to build back our community better and stronger than we were before. So we were not content with simply rebuilding back the old bridge. We wanted a bigger, stronger bridge. We wanted one that we know would stand up in the 100-year flood. So the old bridge that we replaced was a little smaller. It was about 90 feet long. The bridge behind me is about 220 feet long. The old bridge was 24 feet wide. The new bridge is 50 feet wide. But for the folks in the neighborhood, I want to be clear. It's still a 2-lane road, but it's now much safer for pedestrians and bicyclists, which is a huge issue in our community, especially to get down here to the St. Vrain. I also want to be really clear, too. The bridge is big to pass water underneath it as well, and to keep the river contained as best we can for those 100-year flows. So this is one of the first steps. It's not the first, but it's certainly one of the first steps, no pun intended, but one of the concrete steps in our Resilient St. Vrain project. It's certainly not the last, but it's one of the first successes that our community is going to have. We are working very hard, again, with a number of project partners from U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and FEMA and the Corps of Engineers, and you sort of name it, a whole list, and the state of Colorado, to do this Resilient St. Vrain project, not only to do it smart in a way that will protect the community, but to do it in a way that enhances and protects our environment to the extent that we can. Work is going to get underway this later this summer on the first reaches of the St. Vrain project, and that work you're going to be seeing is going to be out in our Sandstone Ranch area, out in Weld County, as well as the first reach of the city project, which is going to go from Left Hand Creek up to Main Street. I don't know if you've driven down Main Street lately. I advise you take a detour, but in case you have driven down Main Street, you probably noticed we're doing a little bit of work there. A lot of that is also flood related, and certainly the bridge is. More importantly, or I should say equally, possibly even more importantly, are the trail connections that we're building. I know that's important to our community to come down to the river, to enjoy it, and to return to the St. Vrain. So one of the projects to the west of us that is underway right now is to rebuild the trail so that we can connect back with our Rogers Grove District Park. And yeah. And hopefully we're going to get that done ahead of Rhythm on the River, one of our signature projects or programs and celebrations that we have in our community. I would like to also give the mic a few minutes to our partners at DOLA, and I'd like to invite Irv Halter to come up and talk for just a couple of minutes on the state's participation with us on the project.
Well, I won't talk for long. I know we're hoping the county commissioners arrive soon. I was just with them earlier today. They're very excited about this project. And oh, by the way, doing a great job of giving us an earful from time to time when we aren't moving fast enough with the money. So we get that, and they should. We have great partners. We've talked about the federal representatives here, but in housing and urban development, the DR money that we get, also obviously the FEMA money that comes through the Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Management. Listening to all the talk up here and looking at the huge crowd, which I was at just so you know, I was at an event the other day to open a bridge down in El Paso County, and there were like 30 people there. So you guys are putting them to shame, and I'm going to let them know. But if you listen to all the organizations that are involved in this, it seems incredibly complex, but we each bring certain strengths. We each bring certain piles of money. Yes, it's complex, but look, we got a bridge, and it's a hell of a bridge, and it's big, and it's beautiful, and it's really going to serve you all so well. So, from the state level, with our great partner, Molly Urbina, who is running the Resilience Recovery Office, we're working. We meet weekly on these items. We are trying to get the money out as fast as possible. So far on the HUD side of this, the disaster relief money, a total of $320 million has been allocated to the state. Close to $80 million, we're just a little under that right now, have already been out and spent. That doesn't sound like a lot, but remember, we didn't start until a year after the flood to actually do this, so we're making great progress, but we're also taking time to do it right. So to all of you for your patience, I urge you to be patient. There are a lot of other projects out there that were listed that matter, but you've built a resilient bridge, you've built a great bridge, you have now completed your community in a thoughtful and useful way, and I think you deserve a lot of credit for all the teamwork, because there is no I in team and the great work that you've all done. So on behalf of the governor and the state, I just want to let you know we're really proud of what you're doing down here, and we're going to keep the money flowing. So thanks so much.
Thank you, Irv, for those words. And at this time, I want to turn it over to our chair of our county commissioners, Deb Gardner, to say a few words on behalf of Boulder County.
Well, thanks, Dale, and thanks everybody that's up here. And we couldn't have done any of the work that's happened here without the partnership, and I'm sure that there's been a lot of good words about partnership. A lot of money went into this bridge, a lot of design went into this bridge. It's so much better than it used to be for anybody that ever walked or rode or tried to get across this bridge beforehand. You kind of took your life in your hands, and so it's much better now, and we really are appreciative of all the partnership and the work we've done together. And I know that it's been a long process and a lot of questions about why it took so long, but I think the reason at the bottom of the line is because we wanted to get it right and we wanted to make it work for everybody. So thank you for all the partnership, and look forward to opening it at an appropriate speed. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mayor Coombs, Dale, Irv, and Commissioner Gardner. I'd now like to ask the Longmont City Council, Boulder County Commissioners, and the project team to gather here at the ribbon so we can prepare to open this bridge. All right, let's all enjoy the bridge.
It's been a long time since the bridge was open and the running trail that goes under here, and I'm really excited it's almost back. The bridge is back, that's great. The trail's almost back. You can see they still got a little more concrete to pour over there.
It's a lot safer, it's a beautiful bridge, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
This bridge is going to make our ride to school a lot easier on bike or on the car. This was our way to get to school until the flood.